Hey, what's up, YouTube photographer Ronix from Photography, and today I want to show you how I do my color grading for this very image. And yeah, a brief information about this image. I shot this image at around 3. It was some sort of cloudy, so it was shot at around 3 p.m. And I used a Godox AD 600 BM with a modifier, and it was just right on the left hand side. And I'll show you guys how I color graded this image. So as you can see, for this image, I already did the skin retouching. Sorry, and those who follow me on Instagram at ronnixphotography, I think you must have seen this image on my Instagram some time back. So this is the image we shot at, and I will shot it at lake shore, and it was kind of dampy like on the shore, so we had to utilize only this space right here below. So I recently posted about the color grading of such images on my Instagram, and sorry, I posted on YouTube. I don't know why I'm so nervous, but I posted it on YouTube, and I was like, if the photo made 300 likes, we were going to learn about the color grading of this specific type of images. So we want to color grade this image from this to this. You can see the before and the after. So most of you guys seem to be interested basing on the number of likes the image was able to get. So I'll take you guys through the process of color grading this image. And before you can learn about this color grading, this is like a disclaimer for you. First of all, you have to make sure you really shoot your images in warm tones. So by warm tones, I mean your Kelvins or the white balance should really be above 4800, because you want to get these rich warm skin tones for your images. And secondly, it best works with areas that have green, yeah, green, like I'm talking about the green colors, green and yellow, like the grass and maybe the trees around, and maybe for the image I posted it was for the banana fiber. So first of all, you have to be shooting some warm colors. Then for it to be effective enough, you also have to have the green colors in your image, and you should make sure it doesn't affect the clothing of the model, or you can as well mask it out after applying the effect on your images. So this is it. So I want to show you guys how I did color grade this image. Yeah, I think I've done so much of the talking, and the other last thing should be, for these images basically you really have, first of all, maybe oil your models so that they can have this kind of a glow on their bodies. You can see the glow right here on the arm, and the glow right on the thigh of the model. So basically those are the rules before you can even learn about how to color grade the images or your images in this particular style. So you can see a before and after. So we are going to be using camera raw filter, and still for the Lightroom users, you should follow the very same steps, and I'm going to be showing you guys how I do it. So we're going to first of all delete these two copies. So select them, and I'm going to delete them. So this was the image. You can see the image before, and you can see we already had the warm skin tones, and the glow is already there because we already retouched this image. So we're going to start by duplicating the background layer by clicking Ctrl or Command J, or you can just come and drag and drop it right here. For a Photoshop version, I'm using 2017. It is an older version, so I just hope for those people using new versions, there are actually the same steps, just apart from the minor changes in maybe the interface. So come right here to filter, then come to camera raw filter. So we're going to be playing with the greens and the yellows for this very image, and we are going to be also enhancing the darkness of the shadows too. So just come right here to your HSL panel, and by HSL panel I mean hue saturation and luminance. So you're going first of all come to the hue option, and still for a Lightroom users, first of all you can scroll down to this, I think it is HSL, and open it, and you have these options too. So like I said, we're going to be playing around with the greens and the yellows for the image. So you're going first of all come to the yellows, and first of all turn them all the way towards the left, like that. Then come to the green channel and also turn them all the way to the left. And as you can see, we don't have the results we desire at this very step. So we're going to learn about how to really achieve the results. So we're going to come to the basic panel right here. Like I said, we have first of all enhance the darks, like that, to around 11, and we're also going to pump up the contrast a little bit to around 8, like that. You can see now the tones are really enhanced. Then you're going to come to and just come and click OK right here. So it is going to apply the effect. So this is the before and after so far for this very image. So what we're going to do right now, we are going to first of all duplicate this layer again by clicking Ctrl or Command J on the keyboard, and we're going to come back to filter and come back to camera raw filter. So still we are dealing with the greens and the yellows for this very image. We're going to come back to the HSL panel and make sure you are in the hue option, and you're going to turn the yellows down too, and come to the greens and also turn them all the way down. So you can see the results. We are just now getting close to the results, so you shouldn't turn off this tutorial if at all you want to learn how to get the best results. So come right here to the saturation, and before I can go ahead with this, I want you guys to first of all subscribe to this channel if at all you haven't subscribed, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell when you do subscribe to this channel, so that you don't miss out on new videos every time we do upload on this channel. And now remember, we have so much saturation in the yellows and the greens. So initially these are our original yellows and the greens for this very image. So you can see it hasn't affected these greens right here, because they are now close to blues. Yeah, since they are like kind of far. And so we are going to come to the saturation of the greens, and we're going to turn it down a little bit to around -16, and turn down the yellows too to around -13. So you can see right now we have achieved the results we wanted. So just come and click OK, and it's going to load and apply the effect like that. So you can see this was the image initially before, and this is the after before. You can see after, before, after. So still it is the same case for Lightroom users. So, and for now, for Lightroom users, if at all you are done with this first step, after editing or turning down the hues, or on this very first step on the background copy layer, or on the very image itself, so just come and right click on the image itself, where on the timeline right down here where you view your images from, right down here. So right click on the image and look for virtual copy or create virtual copy. So when you create the virtual copy, you'll first of all have to export it. Yeah, first of all export the virtual copy, and now you're going to either rename it or re-import it into your Lightroom and do the steps again for that very copy, and you have to achieve these results. I hope you can see before and after. And if at all you feel like it has affected some areas you didn't want to be affected by the color grading, That is very simple. You can just first of all come and group these two layers by clicking Ctrl or Command, select the two layers and click Ctrl G to group them. So we can name it color grading like that. And now you can see the before and after. So our color grading is basically in one group. So you can just come and create a mask like that, and you can invert the mask, Ctrl or Command I on the keyboard like that. But I don't think you need to invert the mask, so I'm going to click Ctrl or Command Z. So make sure you get your brush and make sure the flow is at 100 and the opacity is at 100. And now make sure black is on the foreground like that. And if at all you don't have black and white, make sure you click right here on these two little boxes and make sure black is on top. This is a soft round brush. Make sure the opacity and the flow are at 100% and just paint over the areas you want to remove the effect from. So for example, if at all I paint right here, you will see it is going to remove the color grading on this very area. So just I'm going to delete that. I'm going to click Ctrl or Command Z or Command Z on the keyboard. So this is basically how you remove the effect from particular areas you don't want to be affected by the color grading process. And if at all you feel it is too much for your liking, just calm the opacity and turn down, or you can reduce the opacity to the one of your liking. So this is the image initially before and after. And if at all you found this tutorial really helpful, don't forget to like this video, drop a comment in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel if at all you're watching for the very first time. I'm Ronix from Ronix Photography. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in yet another retouching or color grading tutorial or some little behind the scenes in the future.